the following presentation of the National Football League.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford.
Please
As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
Off the play fake, Prescott. That's the Schoonmaker, the tight end.
Prescott's pass.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
A gain of 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Prescott fires one out wide, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Prescott now. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Abdul Carter with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on first and second down. And then on third down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Brian
The Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger for the punt on fourth down. Deep to return is Calvin Austin. A 45-yard punt for there on the return.
The Giants take over first and 10
at
their own 32-yard
So out comes
line.
this offense to take over for the first time. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Jalen Thompson.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Open man, that's Malik Neighbors.
Complete to number 1, Malik Neighbors. A gain of 9 brings up third and 2.
Third and 2. Play action now. Dart. Working the middle of the field. He's got him complete. And he will have a Giants first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on third and 2.
First down. First and 10
that was a lot of fun right there because that was the
line.
game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
First down. Here's Scatterby. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 10 yards.
Good for a Giant first down.
Another Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Off the bootleg, it's Darty. Open man left side, it's a tight end. Manhurts.
Complete to Chris
That's good for a
Manhurts.
gain of 6.
It's a
and that's
pickup
going
of
to bring
6.
up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
I know sometimes
4.
we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex in that. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how they shred a defense. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Looking to throw, Dart. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Jordan
4th
Stout
down, and out comes
formation.
Jordan Stout here to punt. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard
Second drive
line.
forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Room past the 35. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line.
It's a gain
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers, but only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Prescott off play action. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up
quite a bit of a short passing game here
at the 47-yard line.
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, they start to push your receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots down the field.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lane.
Prescott's pass
2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be
2
second
yards
down.
on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Giants' 40-yard line.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And this time not quite to the 30, but down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 10 there, good enough enough for a Cowboy first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Williams stopped running at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brian Burns.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. A pretty decent game.
And 4 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's a second down and 4. Here's Prescott. Short pass taken in by the Schoonmaker. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8
it's
there.
A gain of 8.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First down, Cowboys.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
Makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second down and 8. Again, it's Williams. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Another Cowboys first down.
The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let... Touchdown!
And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
The
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Makes the score Cowboys 7.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey down to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disastrous.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish it. And that's caught inside the 30. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Ready to roll for the the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Dart. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. Dart going to give to Scannable. And he'll do a nice job here just to find his way back to the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
And
we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
Darius Slade, 26 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this up to the 35-yard line. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they're not a push off at the end of a round, too. That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And the giant rush gets almost down he goes. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. He'll try and do this himself. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain
Prescott able to use those legs of his to pick up the first.
Cowboys, first down. A gain of 14. First down, Dallas.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay on out there and try to match his intensity.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. They get a couple, and that's it.
It's a pickup of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
He was tackled.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And it's taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball.
Williams, the ball carrier.
They're running the ball very well,
on the
right
tackle.
out and right up the middle.
A 3-yard pickup.
A gain of 3, second down.
And 7.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Intended for George
Pickens, the intended target. But now it's third down.
3rd down. And 7 yards to go.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Prescott. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for the next game.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
This team knows that when they need the tough yards, the gritty yards, they want to hand it to their fullback. He's Mr. Dependable.
Aubrey down for the PAT. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Cowboys 14.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nice move. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. The main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He'll want that one back. Incomplete.
Intended for
he doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Brings up
right up to that point. I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Here's Dart. He's got his target. That's complete. And we don't have the Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
To the air, Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 to first.
A gain of 22 more yards.
There's a lot that went into why they made it their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college. His playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They'll start on the ground with Scatterbury. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they stop him behind the line. Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. A give, it's Scatterbury. And a short game down to about the 33.
He hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing his Dart. And that is incomplete. The pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit.
Jason
3rd downs, they've been a problem for a whole game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Center's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he'll take it off the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams head out for this next drive. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Prescott. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 there, giving up for a Cowboy first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Now Prescott. Throw there, going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Brian
down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air, an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw it. He's got this to Pickens. Now the Cowboys going to put in the first of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 33.
As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that snap is a hit of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Looking to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
The kicker
now
on
for the point
extra
after.
point.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It
Personal
appears
foul.
we're going to get a roughing
Roughing
call
the kicker.
tacked on.
Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with them down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That's caught left side by Neighbors. Out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
It's a gain of 20.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. And that's going to be a first down. Well done.
It's a gain of 16
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
First down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. With
Previous
all
play
reviews
is
coming
under
from the
review.
replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay,
After review of the
pretty
play,
tight.
the ruling on
here's
the
the
field
call.
stands.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the gun is Dart. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
10
As
more
it comes with
yards.
22 seconds to go
Complete
here in
to
half number
Malik
1.
Neighbors.
As a passer,
10
you're always trying to
yards
find
on
that
the
open
pickup.
window to throw the
It's
ball
second and
downfield.
inches.
How about this one?
At the
Right in the
Cowboys'
middle of the
20-yard
field,
line.
right in the heart of a defense.
A good position to be in here, second and inches. In motion goes the tight end. To the air again, Dart. Right side, there's Likely with it. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Isaiah Likely as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Jason
Sanders now to have
Sanders
the
for the
extra
extra
point.
point.
And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game.
Makes the score Cowboys
Just a
21.
4-play drive that
Giants
time.
17.
And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in the zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Prescott now. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm is the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These 2 defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. A little juke. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Finds his man over the middle. It's likely. They'll get this ring past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Give up the middle, Scatterby. An excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A play fake, and now it's Dart. Pressure, and he'll go down at the 26-yard line. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
At the
Hindsight is
26-yard
20/20,
line.
partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. An inside run to Scatterby. Calling a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the
5.
feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the Stix. We want 6. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 38. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
Makes the score.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room with intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
The Cowboys take over.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They start the drive on the ground. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
The tackle made
If you
at
like the
the
guys who run the
36-yard
ball,
line.
you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he'll be taken down the ball before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
That's good for a Cowboys first
And that's a
down.
more than acceptable read right there
First and
because
10
it's
at
zone
the
coverage.
49-yard
So
line.
timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately
Williams,
there.
the ball carrier.
Officially no
Down,
gain on
right
the play,
at the
and
line
it's
of
second
scrimmage.
down.
No gain on the
Free
play.
safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that
At the
stop.
49-yard
How about his ability
line.
to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 37 ahead.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's Prescott. Right side here, and that's complete. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Looking to throw. Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Off the bootleg, it's Dart. And the Cowboys pressure gets there. It's time for the sack. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. That time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing, Dart. They'll set up the screen to Scatteroo. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
To throw, Dart. And that will be incomplete.
Dart's pass intended for Darius.
The coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down.
He was
Dime
defended by
defense,
DeRon
blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try it now with Scatteroo. Shot through the tackle. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
DJ Reader brought him down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Prescott now from the 50. And he's caught by Lamb. And they're able to run this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of 25
first down there
yards
on
on
a
the
pickup
play.
of 25.
And the Cowboys first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Williams rolling left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there. So maybe one of those every now and then is understandable?
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
That's going to be caught by Jenkins. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and goal, Dallas.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Throwing, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
The kicker
down for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Cowboys
The drive
31.
summary that time,
Giants
5 plays. 20. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Dart. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
13 yards on the
He goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They fire this one quickly to Austin. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
18 more yards.
Good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes it play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Zone read here, and Scattergood with it. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32.
13 yards on the play. That's another.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. MetLife Stadium from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Looking to throw a dart. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
It's a
23 yards, the final tally.
And the Giants first down. First down and goal to go.
That's a nice explosive play there, and this defense told us we have to have our eyes right on their RPO sets, and they did not have their eyes right.
I love that term, eyes right, meaning they have to be in the proper place and read your keys. And a smart thinking guy running an offense can...
And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Isaiah Likely, beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
Dallas gets set to take the field.
28-yard line.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Prescott. He'll drop this down to Williams.
Prescott.
A gain of 8 there on the play.
And
they'll bring up a 2nd down in just a
8
couple.
yards on the
And his
pickup.
play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. The busy night continues for Williams. They see right through there defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Cowboys first down. A gain of 15. And a Cowboy first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Taken down.
No gain
right
on the play, and it'll be
scrimmage.
second down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark
Second
of a good
and
run
10.
defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Screen play, save for Williams. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Touchdown! George Pickens, 50 yards. And the Cowboys use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Now that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
The kicker
now
on
for the point
extra
after.
point.
And he's been a busy man for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38. Giants 28.
Drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10.
The Giants offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, where they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter, this drive becomes very critical.
By Jalen Thompson.
Loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
3. Brings up
for the
3rd
defense from
and
me
12.
on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Throwing from the gun here, Dart. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Results in a fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they will be set up now as he brings it single all the way back inside the 20. The rookie was trying to push him down the field, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
He's brought down
Got to
at the
figure now
15-yard
after getting
line.
that turnover, they're just going to be
4
happy to
yards
keep
on
the
the
ball on the
pickup.
ground, right?
This is
Second
where
and
covering
6.
the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
To throw is Prescott. He's got his man in stride, complete. And the Cowboys are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's good for
Barber,
a
I like that they're staying
Cowboys
aggressive on
first
offense
down.
because, to me, this drive
First
is what is
and
known as a
goal at
put-away
the 2-yard
drive.
line.
You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Williams is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
He was
It's a
taken
loss
down
of 2
behind the
there,
line of
bringing up
scrimmage.
2nd down.
A loss of 2.
Well, no doubt here in the
Brings up
4th quarter, this is a
2nd and goal
huge defensive
at the
series.
4-yard
So they can read the
line.
scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Williams again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get
Williams
there.
again,
They
the ball
stop him
carrier.
just shy of the goal
Short of the
line.
goal line.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do.
Now
It's 3rd and
third
goal.
and goal.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down.
And he'll get it. He's off for the touchdown.
Dallas.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the map there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a
The
certain
kicker
victory.
on for the point
Aubrey now
after.
for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Cowboys 45.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. So after the
Brendan
touchdown,
Aubrey to kick
Aubrey now
off
to
for
kick
the
this one
Cowboys.
away. And he'll be tackled
Giants
just
take
shy
over
of the
first and
25.
10 at their
The
own
Giants
24-yard
offense and
line.
receiver Malik Neighbors headed onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's Dart.
On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup.
And it'll be second
Brings
down.
up 2nd and 3.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Rashawn Gary.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left
Makes
with
it
a 3rd and 2. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2.
That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
First down, here's Scatterbo. He's got it to the 43 here.
Expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Dart going to look to throw here. Quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Throwing his Dart. He had a man open, but he missed it. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here's Dart.
And it's knocked away. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
He is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And a pretty good burst there as Edwards across midfield and down to the 46. 92 yards rushing now, as he's done it on 22 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be here. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys.